Hey, lovelies. I wanted to share this information. A lot of people in my old community in North Highlands, California, were arrested by the DEA. You can find this article at dea.gov, and that kind of explains a lot. But I already pretty much knew what was going on in that community anyway. This stemmed from they started. I think they're all people on an investigation. People got arrested in 2021. Sounds about right. Last year, November 2022, because I seen some things, in that community, as far as like marshals and, people come to the apartments, and I'm assuming, or allegedly, whatever, assuming, they were subpoenaing people behind the apartments, where all the riffraff was at, just by the way they were, and the people were dressed and stuff like that. And that was 2022, yeah. And then with them harassing me and stalking me, and this big old surveillance trucks and unmarked vehicles, and I assume it was DEA because he wore blue jeans, and he's portraying like abandoned cars were there, and he was at Walmart following me, and was that one impersonating a cable technician, putting satellites, on my neighbor's patio and shit like that. They're all monitoring me. And I guess to take the focus off of them, put it on me. I already knew anyway. So I'm glad this came out. I didn't really realize this was out until, I should have known because of what I've seen from my own eyes in 2021 and 2022, early 2022. Like federal marshals, I guess it was. I'm assuming because of the colors of their uniform were serving people like in the back of the apartments. That's where my brother always say he hung out at and shit like that. There was a lot of activity going back there, even the maintenance man and shit like that. So, I was listening to a messenger, for whatever reason, they, like on YouTube, it's like recommending me certain channels, and I just watch it, and I'm like, it's all the same people commenting. So this time I'm just listening, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then so she said something about drugs, how they put, people on illegal surveillance. And I thought about myself. And I said, let me go online and search this shit up. So, which I did. And this is what I found. Look at this shit. Look at it. Seventh defendant pleads guilty in large-scale Sacramento cocaine heroin trafficking conspiracy. Also, there's methamphetamines too. And what's that one? Those pills, fentanyl. And I remember, and even now to this day, whoever it is, somebody is on my phone that's in Stockton, California. I remember one guy, I met him on like a dating site, and he told me about like my information on the dark web, and he's from Stockton. It turns out the property manager, the owner, who has a financial interest in North Highlands as well, because he was like, I'm gonna go see my uncle in Lincoln. I'm like, there's no black folks. There is in Lincoln, but you know what I mean? I did some digging. It turns out this man was a married man anyway, but his wife worked for it. I forgot the name of that property or the owners of this other property, because, they stole my shit out of my apartment, but long story. And then every now and then somebody on my phone from Lodi, Modesto, Stockton, and I believe it's all them, because, I'm telling you, I'm glad this article came out because this explains what I already suspected, what I already know, and what was been going on in the community where I was living. So if you look here, all these people's names and everything, like I hear Jerome Adam, 56 of North Highlands, pleads guilty today to 2 counts of using a cell phone to facilitate a drug trafficking offense. That's what they do over there, And they call me a conspiracy theorist because, little satellites were there. I already knew what was going on, but, of course, they were spreading rumors and take the focus off of them and put it on me, you know what I'm saying? And burglarizing my apartment. But right here, look at it. According to court documents, Adam is among the 15 federal defendants arrested in 2021 and charged in a 45-count indictment for trafficking narcotics as part of a DEA-led multi-agency operation targeting cocaine and heroin traffickers in North Sacramento. That's North Highlands, that's Rio Linda, possible to Paso Heights. I don't know. North Sacramento, it has, because everything has been rezoned. So if you say something like Sacramento, it could be North Highlands, because if you cross the street, you're in Sacramento. If you cross back over where I used to live here in the Highlands because it was rezoned for funding and shit like that. And then it goes on to say the case as the product of an investigation by the Drug Enforcement Administration, the Federal Bureau of Investigation of Homeland Security. Yeah, Homeland Security came over to those apartments, and I remember I seen one of the guys, but I was like, what the fuck? I thought it was immigration, you know? It's a long list. Read all this stuff. I mean, we got a guy from Vallejo was down there, Sacramento, North Highlands, Rio Linda, yeah, Antelope, North Highlands. I'm telling you. And see, I wasn't telling no lies. You know, they say I was a whistleblower. I wasn't telling no lies about that acetone smell, and management didn't do shit about it because they're doing all kind of shit. I'm trying to tell you. So you can find this article. Just search online to DEA.gov or type in Sacramento arrest DEA, something like that, and you'll find it. So until next time, you guys, you know, be up on it. Stay informed.